Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're very much on the way now. De Bruyne. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Mbappe. Vermaelen with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
And for sure, that was not one of his best. Driven forward, Puskás might just make this. Cruyff scooting forward. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And a cross. Oh, good effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Albert Ferrer powering forward here. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Looking for the far post. Rijkaard. Good chance here! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Rijkaard clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that's going right the way across. And it's Roberto Carlos. Plays a sharp little ball here. The ball goes in. What a great chance! They've scored! Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
No way through, so back it comes. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Odo. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now that's well seen too. Albert Ferrer.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Bale. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Beckenbauer. And it's Vermaelen. Strong running down that left flank. De Bruyne. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And they can counter here. And this is De Bruyne. Threads one in. Vermaelen cuts out the pass. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Florianopoulos clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Puskás. Stam. And it's Messi. Stam is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And he's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, he's been caught napping. Messi, given the lift of his goal. Beckenbauer. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tries to pass it through. He's having a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gerrard. And here's Batistuta. Rijkaard. Spread out to the left. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Albert Ferrer. And no, that was never going to make it. Albert Ferrer is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Puskás. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. So we're off again.
Diamante definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And it's Batistuta. Back when it goes. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi chooses to go cross-field. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Bale. Oh, that's delightful. Referee's given a throw. Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckenbauer. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Silvestre calmly anticipates. Gerrard making good progress on the right-hand side. Bale looking for options for movement. They've won a throw in. And here's Mbappe. Still just a single goal between the sides. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is De Bruyne. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Puskás being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Otto with the clearance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue. And
it's Bale! And that's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, that has not gone well. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And this is Batistuta. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. That has been slung wide. Played into space. Roberto Carlos in acres of space out wide. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's superb. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pass is just off target. And it's Cruyff.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Beckenbauer. Puskás, bullish header! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Puskás is fully aware of how important that could have been, probably game-setting.
Puskás! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That has ended up in no man's land. Into the last 5 minutes. De Bruyne. Now it's Bale. Not the most accurate pass. Ball is over the line.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 15. Camisa 3, camisa 7, camisa 22, camisa 23, camisa 14.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Produces a cross. Now it's Messi. Bale. This might spell takes a shot! And it's there! This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And that will be it. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Puskás picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a... And the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Sao Paulo, of course, one of the best supported sides in Brazil, in the whole of Latin America. The Morumbis, the ultimate shrine, where 66,000 or so congregate week in, week out. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield, which can stifle opposition attempts to play through, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defence, of course, forces longer passes through the aerial route. So, all things considered, that extra layer across midfield is highly, highly effective.
Can he finish? And now they can spring out of defence. A probing pass. He's in! Must be! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gerrard. Played out to the left flank. Batistuta. Oh, that's a fine interception.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it comfortably.
That's good defending, very good defending. Impressive jump! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vermaelen is offering a wry smile there.
And here's Bale. Silvestre. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Ball is over the line. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Stam. And he's managed to get free. Bale in acres of space. A header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
No, that's been intercepted. Beckenbauer. Now, can they get him away? And reclaimed it in a trice. And this is Batistuta. Those looking wide. And it's Rijkaard. Puskás.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rijkaard. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Nicely shaped ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's De Bruyne. And he is deftly away. It's run loose here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, super ball. That's a throw. he's been caught on it here. Oh, good take in a good area. Bale, very much a man of this moment. Well, that has not gone well. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Diamante couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Gerrard tries to play it through. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Roberto. And for the first half, that is that. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break.
Voluntários de cada bloco, dirijam-se à sala de pessoal imediatamente. Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 14.
So, into the second half.
Vai ser substituído pelo
Diamante definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
That has been cut short. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And here's Bale. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Stam does well to get it back. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Albert Ferrer. And it's Gerrard. Now it's Mbappe. Nicely chance! And that's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
52.306 espectadores.
Looking for the run. Cruyff is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, can he get onto this? Raul looks across and plays it in.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And it's Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. Cruyff cuts out the pass. Tries to pass it through. Now, what about a counter-attack? Bale. There's the shot! And it's in! Into the lead once more. That was a given. It always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Back where it came from. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. That's destined for the flank. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Well read, nice interception. Played out towards the right wing. Bale. Crosses it in. There's the header! And that's a tidy finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's on it, can he get away?
Sao Paulo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Not the most accurate pass. Pass somewhat off target. That's a little off target. Knocks it into space. Messi. Swings it across. And that has been cleared. And here's Mbappe. So what can they make of this? Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Sao Paulo have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. 4 extra minutes added on. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Messi. Roberto Carlos. Beckenbauer does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Cruyff. Great vision. Decent chance! Oh, what a mistake! Crosses it in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that's it. A predictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Unsettling, unforgiving, unnerving. That's the kind of atmosphere the home fans are trying to create for their opponents here. These players know they're going into a derby match, and that is for sure. But with so much on the line, who comes out on top? More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive, and there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
So things are underway. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. Another rendition of this never-ending feud. It will never lose its significance. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Aimed beyond the defence. He shifted it to the flank, and he's quick to return it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And now the breakaway. Now it's Bale.
Well, if you ever needed proof that Gareth Bale is a big match player, you only need to look back to that famous night in Kiev, Peter.
Oh, quite so. Brought on just after the hour, wasn't he? And within a couple of minutes, he'd put his team ahead spectacularly. And then he helped himself to another goal late on and put the game out of reach.
Yeah, I remember it well, Peter. I was there. I mean, the first goal was magnificent, but he got a huge slice of luck with the second. OK, he struck the ball well enough, but from that distance, you would expect the keeper to deal with it.
Big chance! Goal! Sao Paulo! And Sao Paulo score first. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Sao Paulo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space. Bale, pass somewhat off target. Thinks about the shot. And this is Roberto Carlos. Gets his head on it! And he hits the net. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So they have it all to do again.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been... Oh, he's all alone! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Shapes to shoot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Vermaelen is the team's great visionary. Looking for options for movement. And he's made sure that's not getting through. He has found the way through. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Gerrard. Some really good ball movement. Puskás. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No, he refuses to take the bait. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Bale. Space for him to turn and look. Xabi Alonso. Costa Curta. Picked out brilliantly. And the shot! Goal! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And yes, it's him again. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That is good alertness. And that's been won straight back. Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. Aimed at the far side. Tries to get it clear. And for the first half, that is that. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat. And all of a sudden, things are looking pretty rosy. The midway point of the game.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Palmeiras are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. Down to business again. And it's Neymar. Now it's Puskás. There's the shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Palmeiras go up by 2 and are looking good.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
It's Neymar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
He's gone forward. Gerrard. Looking tidy in possession here. Now this could be a chance. Roll! He's got a goal! Back within 1. They have them in their sights again. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Bale, and he's well positioned here. And this is Neymar. Well, that has not gone well. Batistuta.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Vermaelen calmly anticipates. Puskás being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
That's a lovely, neat pass. It's a good spell of possession, this. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Puskás plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. That is lovely. And he's making progress on the ball. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Stam makes the interception. Neymar. Cruyff. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bale. That's destined for the flank. Passing is crisp and sharp. And this is Bale. And he's got chance! And that would have been some goal.
Bale can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Albert Ferrer proves too strong. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Roberto Carlos.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Bale. Gerrard. Oh, super find. Now it's Bale. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Puskás. And this is Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bale. Now it's Cruyff. Silvestre deals with that comfortably. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Puskás, and they can counter here. Puskás. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's found a way through.
Palmeiras nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Goes looking wide. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 2.
Van Nistelrooy is onto it in a flash.
Camisa 7.
Well read, nice interception. Stam, always a very imposing presence at the back.
Para a entrada de camisa 15. Camisa 4. Camisa 25. Camisa 20. Camisa 5. Camisa 19. Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Close shot, surely! Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick.
Yeah, and I think it's a lesson to be learned in not conceding free kicks in this area.
And here's Haaland. In he goes again! And he was there to get a vital touch. And that will be it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Puskás voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
Palmeiras